Hello Booktube, hello book friends, welcome back to my channel and another video and another tag video. This is the March of the Mammoths tag, which was created by Jim at Jim's Books, Reading and Stuff. It is March, so it is March of the Mammoths. So when you're encouraged to read big books, and what do we mean by big books? Well, a mammoth is a book that is over 800 pages, and this tag is designed to look at the reading of mammoth books. So there are 9 prompts and a tag others. So let's get started. So prompt number 1. Are you currently reading a mammoth? No, I'm not. I have quite a few books in my TBR, which includes some Dickens and so on, and all of them look like they could be mammoths, but they're not. They are all under, some by like 3 or 4 pages, but they are all under 800 pages. So I'm not actually reading all of these. They're just in my TBR pile as books that I want to get to at some point. But they're all under 800 pages. And in fact, I can't find a book in my TBR pile that is more than 800 pages at the moment. So no, I am definitely not currently reading a mammoth. Prompt number 2. What is the biggest book you have ever read? I think, and if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know which book is going to come up. I think it is The Count of Monte Cristo, which in this edition is 1,462 pages. I don't know whether I've read any books bigger than this. I can't remember. I thought about Lord of the Rings and in a single volume, but that's less pages than this. I think to some extent the edition does matter. This is quite well spaced out, whereas some of these are less so. So I think if some of these were type spaced the same as the Count of Monte Cristo, they'd probably be over 800 pages. But yeah, I think this is the biggest. Fantastic book. If I haven't said that enough on this channel already, which I probably have. What is the smallest book you have read? Well, I'm assuming it's by small. It's just biggest and smallest. It doesn't say what is the book with the most number of pages you have ever read, does it? Which is particularly apt for this one. So this is Mark Shand's Elephant Tales, which is a collection of writings from some of his other books. As you can see, it's quite a small book. It is 57 pages, I think I want to say. Yeah, 57 pages. And ironically, it's about elephants, which I just thought was, interesting that the smallest book, no, I think I've got a little pocket dictionary that's smaller than this. But the book I've chosen for the shortest number of pages is about elephants. And this is a tag about mammoths. So next I'll be getting a blue whale into co-star. Is the size of a book intimidating? I think when you first start, it can be. I mean, when I first started this and I'd read, just a small, let's find it. Let's find page 100. 100 is a lot of pages. Yeah, there you go. So that's 100 pages. That's quite intimidating, I think, when you first start a big book. I think so long as it's a good book, you don't notice that quite so much. And certainly when reading this, I didn't really notice. I kind of knew I was, about halfway, about a quarter of the way, about 3/4 of the way, vaguely, just by looking at how many pages I'd read. But yeah, so I think if it's a good book and you're not being forced to read it, then no. I think, in certain circumstances, if I'd been asked to read that at school, for example, I'd have been like, oh, yeah, no, I don't think so. Is size a consideration when deciding what to read next? Yes, I think it is. This pile of near mammoths, they're all in my TBR, and I keep looking at it thinking, oh, no, I'm gonna go and read that, book that's only 350 pages or whatever. Or I don't want to read it. Yeah, I've got a buddy read coming up, and I want to make sure that I haven't got a huge book on the go when I start that. So yeah, I think it can be. Not all the time, but sometimes. And I think certainly if I'm traveling, I would read a mammoth if it was on a Kindle, for example. But I don't think I'd want to lug a huge, great big book around with me if I was traveling. How many pages long is the book you? How many pages long is the book you are reading now? Just finished a book, so I haven't. So I'm going to use that one. Just finished Time's Echo, which I'm going to do a video about. But that is not counting all the index notes and acknowledgements. Is 292 pages, so quite short. What is the average length of books you read? I had to look on Goodreads for this, and this is stats from last year. So that doesn't include Count of Monte Cristo because I read that in January. But last year, the average length of a book was 321 pages. Question number 8. Do you think humans will bring back mammoths from extinction? They might. I think they probably will, given enough time. Whether they'll do it in my lifetime or not, I don't know. So yeah, I think they will, but it won't be like in the next 5 years. I don't know, I could be wrong. Do you think they should? No. Why? Why do you need to bring back another mammal that it can only be? I can't understand this. I can understand I can understand doing it for the sake of doing it to prove you can. I can understand doing it because it would undoubtedly be a significant tourist attraction, for want of a better term. I can't understand the scientific value beyond the doing it because you can to prove you can do it. So no, I don't think they should bother, to be perfectly frank. So yeah, tag some people. Well, if you're watching this, consider yourself tagged. I think did I say I was tagged by Pat at Book Chat with Pat? I don't think I did. I'm sorry, Pat. I was tagged by Pat at Book Chat with Pat. I don't think I said that at the beginning. I'm really sorry. Got carried away. I think tag. I think Pat tagged. Oh God, I'm keeping the bloopers in. I think Pat tagged a lot of people, so I'll have to go and have a look and see if there's anybody who I would normally tag who hasn't been already. But yes, if you have been, thank you for watching. Thank you to Jim for creating the tag. Thank you to Pat for tagging me. Thank you, Pat. And as I say, thank you for watching, if you have been and if you've made it this far. And I will speak to you again soon. And I'm going to go now before I put my other foot in my mouth. Take care. Bye-bye.